In the year 2035, it will be 500 years since the execution of Thomas More. Major celebrations are expected, quiet commemorations too, and he himself is said to be present. Well, at least his head. But let's start from the beginning. Thomas More earned lasting fame for works like Utopia and the history of King Richard III. At the same time, he was no gentle humanist. He relentlessly persecuted Protestants, having them tortured and burned. But what made him a martyr was his refusal to accept Henry VIII as head of the Church of England. That stand cost him his life and likely led to his canonization by the Catholic Church. More's body lies buried in the Tower of London. But his head? That's a story of its own. After the execution, it was placed on a spike and displayed on London Bridge. This was common practice, a warning to all who might challenge the king. But More's daughter, Margaret Roper, refused to accept that fate for her father's remains. She secretly removed the head from the spike and took it home. There, she preserved it in a special blend of spices to slow decomposition. When she died in the year 1544, the head was buried with her. In 1578, Margaret and her father's skull were reinterred in the Roper family vault at St. Dunstan's Church in Canterbury. They remain there to this day. Now the parish wants to exhume the skull, but they'll need permission from a church court. The parochial church council has already given its consent, pending legal approval. Their official statement reads, "What the PCC has agreed, subject to all the right permissions being granted, is to exhume and conserve what remains of the relic, which will take several years to dry out and stabilize. We could just put it back in the vault, maybe in a reliquary of some kind, or we could place the reliquary in some sort of shrine or carved stone pillar above ground, in the Roper Chapel, which is what many of our visitors have requested. We'd really appreciate your ideas and thoughts. But there's one more challenge: money. The church must raise £50,000 to fund the work, and fast. It will take years before the skull is ready for public display. Still, the church remains optimistic. More is a name known worldwide, and as a canonized Catholic saint, his story may move the faithful to contribute. More played a key role in the origins of the Anglican Church. He opposed its creation and died for that belief. It's a dark chapter in English religious history. Today, there are once again 6 million Catholics in England. The Catholic hierarchy here was only restored in the mid-19th century. So for St. Dunstan's Church, this exhumation could be a chance to shed a little light on that shadowed past by giving the faithful a proper way to venerate their saint. The case falls to the consistory court of the Diocese of Canterbury. Once the formal request is submitted, the court will begin its review. And given the unique nature of this relic, it's likely they'll consult with the Catholic Church as well. One figure, however, has no authority here: the King. Yes, he is Supreme Governor of the Church of England, but St. Dunstan's is not a royal peculiar. Unlike Westminster Abbey, St. George's Chapel at Windsor, or the Tower of London, this is a parish church within the regular diocesan system. So the King plays no role. We don't yet know when the church court will reach a decision, but once they do, you'll be the first to know. I'll make a video and keep you updated. Thanks for watching. And as always, I'd love it if you leave a like or subscribe.